Hi, my name is Ashutosh Kapoor. I come with IT industry and entrepreneurial background, and I've been around for about 30 years. With Of late, my leadership roles have been with Microsoft, Salesforce, and UiPath. And I, I've been, I have not slotted myself into either a sales or a marketing or an alliance guys. I have been around doing leadership roles across sales, marketing, which is quite relevant for this topic, and more importantly, being an entrepreneur in social media space. But I am just happy to be of some value to people who want to understand how one can groom up with your social and personal branding. So that's it. But if you, I'm an engineer by training, and then I went to Bajaj Institute for MMS, and then went off to University of Georgia in the US doing my MBA there. And then over the last 30 years, I've worked with multinationals like Cisco, IBM, and Sun Microsystems, and kind of allows me to look at various cultures, various organization cultures, which are very different from each other. But it also gives you the adaptability as a person. So that's long and short of it. Fresh graduate or anyone coming out of the institute has a option of going through social media or etc. to communicate your brand and what they stand for. Good old days, there was only a CV, and that too was dictated by the institute in terms of this is the format, stick to this. You may be great in technology, but unless you communicate yourself, and I'm talking of interpersonal communication skills, which means how do you tell what you are? It cannot be that I'm hardworking, I will learn, I'm a good learner. Those are a given. You don't need to say that. But what is it that differentiates you from others? Be very specific about the terms of project or whatever you have done so that people remember you for that. Today, you have these vlogs and small podcasts which can give you those exposures. I mean, imagine someone who has been doing a car vlogging and suddenly talking of restaurants. That doesn't work. So, you should know whom to go to. And it's quality over quantitative sometimes. But what you communicate should be authentic. How do you adapt to what you are doing? Your attributes, but you mix it with the culture of a company, and that becomes the personality that you are. Pray and pray strategy doesn't work. Sooner or later, world will start seeing video LinkedIn kind of profiles. You want to, and if you have some pocket money earned, make your 3 minute presentation or a CV. Choose your medium depending on your target and industry. But fresher in the industry doesn't mean your avenues are limited. It's not important to know where you want to go. It's important you should know what you don't want to be. As long as you're clear about where your skills lie and where your heart is, that should be important. So you rule out things that you don't want to be. Correct. When you come out of the institute, you realize the real world needs a lot more different. So my advice is simple: just make sure that you are aware of what you want to do. If you can't figure that out, just be sure where you are most uncomfortable in. My take is absolutely opposite of that. In fact, a lot of companies today, or at least in my teams that I have seen, you forget the fact that there is a female. What differentiates a newcomer to the industry versus experience is the experience itself.